Hello, I'm Seth Johnson with Land House. So all the can lights have been installed for the downstairs portion, and it's time to connect them to the three pole switch. So I've got that here. It's got three different switches into one. So what I've got is my first light was on this black wire. Second light was on this red wire. Third light had its own wire right here on this black one. So first thing we need to do, take our wire strippers and make sure all of the wires have been stripped. I went ahead and did all but this one just to show you here. Okay. Now, because we have two grounds and two commons, we need to connect a pigtail wire to connect all of these together. Oh, first, something that I forget all the time. Knock out the holes in the back of your box. And make sure your wires are poked in here, because I skip this step all the time and it's terribly annoying to have to undo everything to put stuff into the box. Okay. Snake this into here. Yep. Okay. Now, I'm going to separate these black wires and red wire. And so, let's see. Now this should not be bent over here. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some of this black tape, just a little piece of it here. And I'm going to connect all of my ground wires with this tape, just to keep them all tight together. Oops. I'm sure there's several different ways of doing this, probably more appropriate than the way I do it, but this just seems to work for me, so that's what I'm going to go with. Now, with all these about the same length, I'm going to attach a wire nut here. Now, just to keep this from ever coming apart, I like to cover it with some more black tape, just for safety's sake. Okay, now I also have to do this with our two white wires here. So once again, I've got a little pigtail wire. I'm going to connect these just like I did with that ground. Okay, now we have our black wire, red wire, and black wire, the hot wires, and one white, one ground. So with our switch here, I'm going to be putting, let's see, these wires into here. They just kind of slide in. Then you take your screwdriver and just tighten down on here. Okay, now I'll move to the next one. Maybe. There we go. Just make sure all these are nice and tight on here. Okay. Last black wire. Okay. Now on the flip side here, we've got a green screw, which is going to be for the ground. So I'm going to bend this guy over here and attach that in there. And then lastly, we just slide the white wire in this side. Theoretically, yeah, that's too long. Let me cut this down just a hair. That one's being stubborn. There we go. Okay. Now the hard part, getting this whole thing to fit inside of this little blue box. Let's see what we can do here. I think I managed to get enough space in here to get this thing pushed in. Yeah, not bad. Well, that concludes the installation of this 3-pole switch. So that will control all the can lights downstairs in the tiny house. Not too bad. Well, I'm Seth Johnson with Land House. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Well, that concludes the installation of this 3-pole switch. We're on the home stretch now. So I've got the adjustment made here.